intermediate live stream for March 23rd. We're just going to start off nice and light, shuffling your feet, shaking your hands out. If you're as cold as I am, you probably are going to need a little bit of a warm-up. I don't know why it's so cold. Our thermos works, everything works, but from here we're going into V-stepping, stepping forwards on that angle, right and left.
Leave it on mine. It's so weird not getting it on. Hey, speaker. So quiet. I can do this one.
Blades. If you're not, just roll just to your back and then all the way back again. This helps warm up our backs and gets us ready. From here, feet on the ground, arms crossed. We're just going to do some nice light sit-ups. If you need to, grab your legs. If you're having difficulties, just make it easier on yourself. If you want a little more challenge, work those hands higher up so that as you're doing your sit-ups, you're adding more mass way outside so you can make your sit-ups more difficult, more better, more pain, all those good things. Good. From here, plant that foot, plant that opposite hand, wing cover. Kick on out, tactical get up if you know it. Awesome. Shuffling those feet and start doing some jumping jacks. Every time you jumping jack, angle it off 45 degrees. Shake those hands out. We're going to do half jacks now. So as you do your jumping jack, you're doing double the foot motion for half the hand motion. See if you can puzzle yourselves around that one. Awesome. Shuffle your feet, shake those hands out, shake those legs out a little bit. Awesome. From here, other way. Jump out. Sweep. Just nice, light, high-rising heel kicks. Just one leg for now. Start kind of low, and then gradually build that height up as your leg warms up. Nicely done. Switching sides. Start nice and light, just the other leg. Every kick. See if you can work that height up just a little bit more. If you have a mirror, check your back. Make sure you're not leaning into the kick, not leaning away from the kick. Back just stays nice and neutral, nice and straight. Awesome. Shuffling his feet. Inside, outside, knee circles. Using your hip mobility just to get those big circles going. Use your hips, pull it across. Use the hips, open the knee, right back up. This you can alternate if you so wish, do a couple per side, then switch. Just make sure you're getting both legs, both hips. Nice done, shuffle those feet. From here, V-stepping. Now reverse V-stepping. You're stepping back on that V. Instead of doing that V forwards, doing the V backwards. Let's switch back to forwards now, making sure you're stepping on each leg. Add in a cross palm block. Bring it right across your face. With a reverse V-step, much the same. It's like a fade. As you walk, you're getting yourself away and off that center line. Back to forwards. Let's try it with some brush blocks now. Bring that hand down, back to the center line, back to the center line. Good, reverse V-step. Now let's make it extra confusing, reverse brush block too. Make sure you're blocked back to that center line Every time you step, every time you block, you're getting away from something as well as pushing it away. This really helps increase your likelihood of blocking and not adopting a new foot for a stomach. That is not uber comfortable. Nicely done, shaking it on out. We're gonna put our hands on the ground. We're just gonna do a nice light plank. Feel free to go from your palms. Feel free to go from your forearms. Either will work. If you want an extra challenge, go from your palms to your forearms and keep working like that. Good. From here, start working those legs out and in. Nicely done. You can go right on your stomach, roll over on your back. Once again, you're going to pull those knees in. You're going to be rocking back and forth. As you rock back, shoot those feet up to the ceiling and back down. Feet up to the ceiling, back down. If you're getting comfortable with this, see if you can take that end extension and instead of pointing your toes, practice your front snap kick form by holding your toes back while pointing your foot. As your feet go up, hands come onto the ground, start working those feet more forwards so you're separating yourself from somebody who may have pushed you over. So as you're sitting, back break roll. This is a really good way to practice it if you're on a harder surface, you don't have much mat, you can go nice and slow and do your best to avoid rocking your tailbone on the ground. Or suck it up, either way. Good way to practice those break balls at home. Nicely done. From here, nice quick tap to get up, back up to standing. Right on the back, 2 me. 2. Awesome. We're going to be working on our basic kicking form. You can choose to do this just standing to begin with. Even if you want to, you can go sitting on the ground and just focus on one leg out, one leg up. Front snap kick first. Extend that leg out. Check your foot form. Toes aren't pointed. Foot isn't up. Foot's pointed. Toes back. And working on those front snap kicks. Just nice and slow. Chamber position. Extension to kick. Rechamber. Chamber. Extension to kick. Rechamber. Do that a bunch on each side. And if you're getting used to that, you can go to a wall, a chair, something to hold on to, and practice that still. And you can still get from your stance, chamber, extension and kick, rechamber, stance. As you get comfortable, just freestanding. Maybe even slow it down a little bit, so you're focusing on that balance as you kick. Nicely done, shaking those feet out. Let's look at our point kick now. We're going to start this one on the ground. This can be a little bit confusing. You want to lie your body in a straight line. Bottom leg, stay straight. Top leg, your knee's going to bend, but it stays in line. Keep the foot pointed, and you're just going to extend the foot out and bring it back. Extend the foot out and bring it back. This is just a ground point kick. Once again, really good way to check your foot form. Make sure you're still pointing the foot, extending at the knee, keeping everything nice and aligned. Notice how my knee's not in front of me. I'm not trying to kick over here. I'm going to kick straight down towards my target. So the knee stays in alignment. We're going to do our windmill to switch sides. I'll come back to that in just a second. Everything's aligned. Chamber that leg. Extension and rechamber. Making sure you're using your knee, using your quads to pull that leg out, using your hamstrings to pull the leg back. Nice. So that windmill, let's look at that. You got a nice soft surface. Once again, this is kind of easy. Well, I shouldn't say easy. It's easier on your body. If you don't, feel free to just nice and slow. One leg comes around, other leg comes around, you're on your other side. If you've got that soft surface, practice both. One leg starts, the other leg follows in a big circle overhead. Left leg moves to the right leg follows and back. Right leg to the left leg follows and back. And then start using this to come up to a kneeling position. Nice. And standing up. Shuffling those feet out. Get everything nice and warmed up. I hope you're warm already. I'm doing pretty good. Going back to our V-stepping. Just nice and quick review. We're stepping off that line of attack. We've done this with our brush block. We've done it with our, cross palm blocks, with our brush blocks, with our reverse brush blocks. Now, as we step, we block, we're gonna add in that front snap kick as a counter. Step off the line, block the kick, block the punch, bring your knee up and kick. I'm not kicking straight in front of me, because if my partner's right here and I kick in front, I've missed them. So I step and block and I kick back to where they would be. Step and block, kick back to where they would be. Feel free to practice this. Cross palm blocks, brush blocks, or reverse brush blocks. Keeping that other hand up, getting into that nice good stance, and making sure you're still moving. Nicely done. Sitting down again. Using a back break fall or just lying on the ground if you don't have a soft surface. We're gonna do our sitting side break fall now. Pick one leg up, like you're about to do a tactical get up. You're gonna stick your other arm out. You're gonna fall towards the side, but notice I fall to the side, my hand hits second. Pick the knee up, stick the arm out. Opposites, I fall to the arm, but my arm stays off the ground until it lands. Knee up, shoulder down, hand. Knee up, shoulder down, hand. Knee up, shoulder down, hand. This is your sitting side break fall. Once again, if you don't have a whole lot of soft surfaces in your house, this can be an easier way to practice it without risking, digging your tailbone off the tile. Because I'm told that sucks. Once you've done a bunch of these, get set up, tactical get up, and we're ready to go from there. Nicely done, everybody. Shuffling everything out. Alrighty, we're gonna review our front break fall real quick, because this is another really important one. I'd love for us to be able to practice our break falls at home nice and safely with whatever space or equipment we have. Start off on your knees. You stick your hands up in front of you. Notice that my shoulders and my elbows are aligned, not my hands and my shoulders. I'm gonna just simply fall forwards. And you're gonna start forearms down, so your palms are out, not together, here. Once you've done that, pop those feet up, your hips are a little bit higher than your shoulders, and you can turn your head. Back to that kneeling position, forearms up, hit the ground, feet up, head turn. As you get more used to it, your palms actually hit a little bit earlier and absorb to the ground. Then you can do the rest of your break fall. Arms up, there, break fall. Arms up, hands down, feet up. Nicely done. So those are our 4 basic break falls that we can do hopefully at home on any kind of surface. Lastly, we're gonna cover some more kicks. I really wanna focus on our balance with them. So if you need to, once again, grab that chair, grab that wall. We did our lying down point kick. Let's do it with the wall now. Shoulder, hip, and knee, all in alignment. Slowly extend that leg, bring it on back. As you get more used to it, you can work on getting the knee kind of high. You can work on whatever height suits you best, making sure the knee doesn't come in front of you. You want everything to be nice and lined up. The slower you can kick, the better. And as you get used to doing it on the wall, start taking it down fingers, fingertips, one finger, then eventually you're gonna wanna get freestanding and practice that balance. This is one of those times where tile or hardwood actually make it easier as a soft surface, makes it hard for your foot to feel its balance point, and it can make, things more difficult. Switching sides. Picking that leg up, hold that balance point. Just nice and slow. Extension, rechamber. If you feel it burning on top of your hip, wonderful. Keep feeling that feeling. It's a good feeling. Maybe not a good feeling, but it means good things. Hee hee hee. All right, for the masochistic of us, and those that want extra challenge, grab a pillow, a soft mat, something soft to stand on. Same way that tile and hardwood make this easier, pillows and soft things like stackums or bumper pieces make this harder. So you're gonna stand on that. You're gonna pick that leg up, And see if you can hold that balance while still doing those kicks. Let's go for about 5, nice and slow. All right, really slow down the last one. Why not? Awesome, switching sides. Find a particularly difficult spot to balance on this. Hold that alignment, shoulder, hip, and knee. Extend, rechamber. 2, 3, 4, nice and slow for the 5th one. Let's truly make this something to remember. Oh, the burning, yes. Good job, everybody. Awesome, shaking everything out. See if you can get your hips to feel alive again. If your leg falls off, I'm sorry I can't help you. Reattach yourself, that'll be good. So let's see. If you have a mat to land on, let's do our break balls from standing. If not, feel free to go back to the kneeling or sitting versions of these break balls. And that way you can keep practicing nice and safely. Back break ball standing. You get in that feet kind of shoulder width pit position, hands across chest. You're gonna squat down as low as you can. You really wanna get your bum close to your feet, rock back, shoot those feet out, hands to the ground. Tap to get up and stand up, and we're gonna keep doing that. Just practice a couple, get a feel for the ground. And if you're not comfortable doing this, like I said, do the sitting versions. It helps you practice the motions without putting your tailbone at significant risk. Side break falls now. Going into that stance, you're gonna swing that leg forwards. As you swing that leg forward, sit down. Everything stays on the ground. There's no rocking like the back break fall. Do a few of those. Back leg swings forwards, sitting on that hip. Side break fall. Knees up to the ceiling, hands up. Nicely done. Kick on out, going on back. Switch sides. Swing that leg out. Land on that side. Hand down left. Knees up, hands up. Tactical get up. Let's do one more just to make sure. Swing the leg out. Sit down. Side break fall. If you're having difficulties, but you have the mat space, feel free to get a partner, a parent, whoever else that's comfortable letting you hold onto their arm. They can lower you to the ground so that as I swing that leg out, I can slow my descent and focus on my landing position as much as possible. Awesome. Let's do a real quick review. We started off with some movement. Our V-step, our reverse V-step, our ability to stay in our stance while also moving off the line of attack. We added in our blocking to that. So we did it with cross palm blocks, brush blocks, and reverse brush blocks. Still blocking to the center, moving to the outside. We then added in a counter kick. This could be anything. This could be a point kick. This could be a side kick, or the front snap kick that we did. But reposition, realign, counter kick. Nicely done. We reviewed our break falls from sitting. You can just do a back break fall, rocking back and forth, feet up, hands down. You do your side break fall. Fall towards that hand on the ground second. You can start on your knees, working on your front break fall, nice and slow, nice and low to the ground. This helps us practice repetitions, which is honestly the most important part of getting better at anything. Nicely done. Lastly, kicking. The ground is a great way to build up our foot form. You can do this with your front snap kick, your point kick, and your side kick. Really making sure the extension is correct, foot form's correct, and everything's lined up. As you're comfortable on the ground, go to a wall, go to the chair, extend that foot out, bring it back, work on your basic kicks here. And as you get better with your balance, practice those kicks. Freestanding, or choosing a pillow or something soft to stand on, for those that particularly want to have a fun time with their ankles. I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. We're going to do a quick bow out, and we'll do a coach's corner. Ready? Show. Get it. Kanye. Makto 준비. Makto 시작. Makto 바로. Show. Get it. Kanye. Nicely done, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I wanted to talk about one of my favorite stories. They're all my favorite story, let's be real. And this is about a student and a master, like most of them are. And this student is really enthusiastic about training, and they're really enthusiastic about the idea of a black belt. So they go up to their master one day and they say, master, if I train twice a week, how long will it take me to get my black belt? And the master thinks for a second and ponders and then says, about 10 years, give or take. And the student's like, okay, runs off and continues training. The next week they come in, they're like, you know what? If I train more, I bet I'm gonna get my black belt faster. So they went up, they asked the master, master, if I train 4 times a week, I double my training time, how long is it gonna take me to get my black belt? The master thinks and ponders and stoops for a little bit and comes back with, about 15 years, give or take. The student's like, hang on, what? And goes off to think about it. Comes back the next week, he's like, I gotta try this again. So the student goes up to the master and says, master, okay, what if I train 6 days a week, even longer? And the master thinks and hums and haws and ponders and comes back with, you know what, probably about 25 years. And the student is basically losing their hair, no idea what's going on, and finally just says, master, why is it that when I train longer and more, that it takes longer to get my black belt? And the master comes back with, well, if you're focusing on the belt, is your training actually being put to good use? Are you actually able to learn from that training? If you focus on the training, maybe that changes things. Well, we're definitely able to focus on the fact that we're in quarantine and we might be stuck at home a fair bit. Being able to focus on what can I learn? What can I do? Maybe might help us so that while we're at home, we can learn something new, either a language or, I don't know, the internet is basically endless. So like pick something and look it up. Google is a phenomenal resource. Leads you to phenomenal resources. But figure out how you can use this time. And that may be a really great way to allow you to not just be cooped up, but to have some fun with it and learn something new as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We'll catch you for the next one. Back to you, Instructor Chris. Namaste.